SFNL in the Tromp, Tier 10 Dutch premium destroyer of craziness. SFNL subbed. He's been one of my longest supporters on the channel, so very, very much thank you, sir, for your support. And let's talk a little bit about the Tromp. How do you get Tromp? Is it steel? Coal. Okay. I knew it wasn't research. I couldn't remember exactly which. So you get it for coal. She's got 150mm main batteries. The big thing about Tromp is she does not have access to a smoke screen like a traditional destroyer would. Instead, she's got access to emergency engine boost and defensive anti-air, and she's got what we like to call the Dutch oven, the ability to call forth planes from the sky to go and drop on something. The big difference between Tromp and Howden Lu is that, if I recall correctly, her planes drop a lot quicker, correct?
It only takes 10 seconds for the planes to reach, and it's a very small reticle too.
The plane comes in time. The plane comes in time the same, but the bomb drop speed is different.
Okay.
Gundu has a parachute. Bomb.
Yes, if I'm talking, when I talk about 10 seconds or is faster, what most people do is they say from the moment you call the planes till the moment the bombs land on the target. And that is shorter on the Tromp than it is on the Heraunloof.
Yeah, 13 seconds compared to 10 seconds.
So the reason I'm bringing that up is because it makes the ship a little bit more comfortable, right, than Howden Lu when it comes to using your Dutch airstrike.
You don't have to lead that much, but
right.
The reticle is small, so you have to be accurate with the lead. It's more easy to completely miss too.
Now, the airstrike was buffed for range. It used to be, I think, 10, and they buffed the range for that. Yes. They also buffed the torpedoes on the Tromp, didn't they?
Yes. Yes.
The torpedoes were buffed a little bit a while back.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the buff. I think it was a speed buff on the torps and something like this.
Okay.
But don't remember.
Let me look it up.
Okay. And yes, the guns are still very much viable on the ship. The only difficulty for the Tromp is she's a little bit larger. Her maneuverability, her rudder shift time is 5 seconds stock, a little bit over that, and her turning circle is pretty tight. But with the sluggish rudder and the kind of the hull itself, I feel like she's a little bit more difficult to get into gunfights with, especially other destroyers with. You kind of want to play her a little bit more standoff.
One of the main problems it has too is, like, without the speed boost, she's very, very slow too.
35 knots max.
I think it's 34 base or something like this, which is
yeah,
really
you probably have
not
the
good.
speed. Yeah, SF's got the speed flag on it. Okay. So we've been talking about the possibility of the Tromp being a great ship for the new Dutch commander, Helfrich, because he's got the one of the talents has to do with bomb hits, and after, what is it, 50 bomb hits, it increases, right?
The reload. Select the commander here already.
50 bomb hits for basically an extra bomb slot on top of the bomb damage scaling from every 50,000 damage for every basically 2%.
Right, which I believe is nerfed moving forward.
That is nerfed. That is not updated yet here on the on the shipbuilder app.
And then if you get a Witherer, that helps your main battery too.
Yeah, the Witherer is gonna be great with the reload time. That's gonna be most impactful too. And obviously the airstrikes, getting a third one with that short reload is definitely a possibility to abuse. And the Tromp is the Dutch ship, I think, where it's the easiest to get the bomb hits.
Right.
Because of how quickly they drop and how short the cooldown is.
Right. Shin, you were saying, sorry I interrupted you, go ahead.
So basically, according to the dev log, the torch speed and damage and flood chance were increased by a lot, along with the bomb range. But
gotcha.
Also, not to mention the volume of bombs of every bomb drop helps landing Def 50 bombs really early on compared to Utrecht, Gundu, or PVO.
Okay.
As well. Yep.
Does Dutch cruisers having ship-based ASW hurt them? Not if you're sewn. And that's a bit of a joke, but if you saw, someone has a clip where he dev struck a submarine with his Dutch airstrike. So the bombs can hit submarines that are on surface. I think they can hit some of them at periscope depth too, right?
Depends
have
how you
this flash
define
damage per
periscope
airstrike.
depth. If the sub
7
is at
meters.
a certain depth,
Okay.
then
They-
the bombs can still hit.
They have to be above 7 meters in depth.
Okay.
Below
So-
7 meters, it won't hit anymore.
So you could theoretically nail a sub that's doing the dolphin dive thing, right? Where he goes to surface and then goes back down, then goes back to surface, goes back down. Like you have a decent chance of hitting him with that kind of strike. But beyond that, the roll off depth charges does make the Tromp a little bit more difficult of a sub hunting destroyer. You probably, it's the same as any other destroyer that doesn't have hydro. So there's that, I guess.
I mean, Tromp is also harder because
Yeah.
any other DD would equip acceleration mod, but Tromp
Right.
most of the time equip the air strike modification, which makes the maneuverability way more sluggish.
Absolutely.
So-
All right, well, let's take a look
Force.
at the... Go ahead.
So is it easier for a sub to punish it compared to other DDs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. The biggest problem is no hydro, followed up with the lack of speed that the ship has. It's just really difficult to chase after a sub. So SF has taken Main Armaments Mod 1, Engine Boost Mod 1. Now, this is a short duration, right? Actually, no. It's... Well, okay, so...
It's rather short. It's
Yeah.
like 60 seconds base. It's
Right. Okay. And then he's gone for aiming systems for the guns, airstrike, of course, we talked about that, concealment module, and then main battery. So when he gets into a gunfight, he's hopefully able to kind of win it. Anything in the upgrades to think about changing?
I mean, you can technically build it as a full harassment destroyer where you go all in on spamming torps and airstrikes and forgo the guns.
Correct. I've seen
It's-
players do
it's
that.
It's an alternative. I'm not gonna say it's better. I'm not gonna say it's worse. It's just different.
Okay.
I think. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think without Conrad, he can go for propulsion mod instead of airstrike modification, personally, because there's
Okay.
not much incentive to go for bomb strike build, like let's say Gundu or Utrecht, because Tromp, especially nowadays, if it faces like aerial threat or like a really threatening situations, it's better to disengage from the situation better than having really bad maneuverability while the ship itself is really big already.
Okay.
So I would still go for like a really box standard build instead of an airstrike mod.
Okay.
I like the airstrike mod, just not necessarily for the cooldown, but the buffing the hit points of the planes is kind of useful.
So they will
Because
get
you-
through and drop their bombs. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Hey, it helps
it's
depth
not
charge, too.
wrong. Like you can definitely use propulsion mod, especially if you want to be a bit more effective in fights against enemy destroyers and be able to throttle juke and dodge stuff. Because like the ship is big, like you're gonna take damage if you get spotted.
Okay. Now, SF has Klaus Jensen as his captain. Now, there are two special captains right now, at least. They have buffed skills, but as you can see, they don't impact destroyers other than Demo Expert. So you don't need to have Klaus on this. If you're not planning on taking Demo Expert, you can literally put any other 21-pointer in. Once Halford comes out, that might change things up if you want to build in to take advantage of the talents that Halford comes with. So anyway, getting to the commander build, the core build for any destroyer typically is going to be preventative maintenance, a last stand, survivability expert, and then concealment expert. That's your typical core build. And then from there, it looks like he's gone with main battery and anti-air for gun reload. And then he's got Adrenaline Rush, because Adrenaline Rush is just so great. Finally, Fearless Brawler. There's no smoke on the ship, so if he's detected, he wants 10% faster main battery reload. And then finally, shell switching. That's an interesting choice, shell switching, because what is this? AP and HE, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's 150 mil, so yeah, against a broadside cruiser that could still, like a super light cruiser, AP could be useful, right?
It could be. I personally take grease the gears in this
no.
slot because the turret traverse is kind of bad.
I was just looking at that. Okay.
Either that or I just BFT and shell swap for Dazzle. Actually,
Oh, okay.
yes. So
Right.
when you get spotted, you just get out of it really quickly.
Right. That's right. I forgot to say aloha to SF because he is in Hawaii. Also, everybody wish SFNL a happy birthday a couple days ago. So, yeah, you could also go for Dazzle there because you don't have the smoke and everything. So that could help with, dodging incoming fire and stuff, of course. Actually,
Yeah,
this
I
could
don't
really
hate-
help you if you're hunting subs.
I don't
Right?
hate radio location either.
Radio location could work too.
And if you go the full harassment build with the Torp stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you can make an argument to take Swift and Silence to get around a little bit faster. Since you don't buff your guns anyway, you might as well make them a little bit worse.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the cool thing is lots of opportunities here, lots of possibilities, I should say, for kind of what you do with your last 4 points. I think everybody would agree. Up until this point, like this is a really nice build, and then there's just lots of choices depending on how you, the player, plays the ship, right?
Dazzle is really interesting though. I never thought about it on this ship, to be honest.
Yeah. And
use
I
it
kinda-
a lot on the gunboats, like especially on the French.
I like Dazzle personally. I'm one of the few people who like the skill, but I never thought about it on this ship.
I mean, if you're hunting a sub and the sub goes to the surface and it's the one that spots you, all of a sudden, boom, you've got 8% faster ship speed that helps you track down the sub. So that's kind of fun. But anyway. Okay. And then for
8% is
signals.
a lot of,
Oh, yeah.
for, like normal speed boost as well.
Right, right. And then you combine that, of course, with the emergency engine power and woof. So,
Yeah.
all right. Flags. HP flag. Does Charlie Kilo help the Dutch oven planes as well? Do we know?
I actually don't
No,
know. I don't
does
think
not.
so.
Does
it's
not.
classified as a squadron, I think.
Right.
So
Okay. And then you've got fire extinguishing, fire and flood. Fire chance, of course, you're getting your guns into action. You're using this for your defensive anti-air consumable. Okay. Speed, anti-air, and then consumable rebuild. Is there something else that he could...
I don't like the anti-air stuff at all, both flags, because the AA on the ship is not good. You don't even have long-range AA. It's just
Yeah, but he's got-
mid-range.
He's got defensive, so why not buff it?
Yeah, you have 50% better on your already terrible. Like, look at the AA values.
It just makes you feel
seriously,
better,
look
that's
at
all.
them.
I'll find him. All right, here's your or medium and short range. Yeah, you. Okay. Well. I definitely wouldn't do this one, right? I wouldn't do the one that buffs the defensive AA fire. I'd say that for Hydro. I might pick up a ramming flag, for example, for again when you're hunting the sub and you collide with it or something like that. That comes in handy. Yeah, if you want to be lazy SF, that's fine. No worries. Yeah,
Almost
it's
a
really
flooding flag,
laziness.
honestly, for my torps. A flooding flag and probably the flooding reduction too. Because you are rather big and submarines are a problem.
okay. That could work too. All right. What'd you say, Puddin'?
I'm all for laziness.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Make sure I've got the correct render set up. Here we go.
It would
All
be
right.
funny if airstrikes can so they'll kill Kami.
Oh, God. So, yeah, taking a look at the lineup here. Straight tier 10 games. Lots of destroyers compared to everything else. Yeah, the Borky Takami could be fun to play with. Des Moines, obviously, big threat. Jinan, I mean, as long as you don't get stuck in his range, you'll be okay. Battleships, not too much to worry about. Just the radar from the Des Moines. You got a few destroyers that will outspot you, and there's a sub.
A Lupin is a real problem.
Yeah.
That ship outspots you and will murder you if you run into it on accident.
Okay. Yes, SFNL is part of the 07 clan. So, let's see. You are heading to the sea cap. Most of the team looks like they're heading north. You're a retirement home member. You keep the lights on for everyone else, right? It's like Gone in 60 Seconds. SFNL orders the pizza. And there's nothing wrong with that either, by the way. 07 has been pretty quiet lately. I miss them in competitive. I really miss seeing them in COTS and stuff. I wish they'd come back. SF, can you make it happen? Can you tell your friends, get back in there, Zath wants to see you in COTS? Straight like that. I'm sure BFK will immediately say sure.
Why wouldn't he?
You just
I don't
want
know.
more content where someone goes in a COTS match without captain.
No, that's not at all the reason why I want that. So, engine boosting into the cap seems kind of weird. I personally would have kept the engine boost for, like, if I got spotted.
Yeah.
Usually in
since
this-
you don't have that many speed boosts on the ship.
Usually in this map, I will play around 9-10 line instead of going into cap straight in.
Yeah, 'cause then
Especially
you've got
on
the-
RPF.
Because then you've got the cover over here if you need it.
This is
Okay.
the
Not
main
just that.
problem with the ship. Like, you can't really fight enemy destroyers because your gun DPM just isn't good enough. Like, you have a lot of hit points, but you have no way of going dark. So if you engage in a fight, you're likely getting shot at by everybody on the enemy team, and there's a good chance you lose the trade.
Okay, you know how the Holland plays. I was gonna say, so those were Holland torps that went by earlier, and if you've seen him play before, and you're expecting him to be there, sure, but you don't necessarily know right off the bat that that's the Holland. It could be the Shimakaze that's got you radio located, right? But the Holland got out of the sea cap, so if that is a Holland, well, based on the torps it is, so
I'm
He just-
surprised how
is-
passive the enemy DD is.
yeah, well, but
Because,
that's what
uh,
SF says. He knows, right?
No, it's not just Holland be here because it's a 4 DD game means it's 2 DD spawns in the sea. That's how DD spawns works. It's not just a Holland here.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, very rare that you can get the cap this early.
Mm-hmm.
Like the A cap too. Like, I'm honestly surprised.
All right, so you got some smoke. Oh, that's the Kita. Okay.
The Ikakami 2 DDs. Maybe the D from C flank moved to B. Actually,
There's
B
the-
cap is secured.
The Kami is low-key scary. Yeah, you can citadel the hell out of it, but these torps are dangerous because your maneuverability is not great.
Really good mechanical aim though.
Yep. And now you can Dutch oven him.
Nice.
Is he
it's a
stopping?
Sherman and Kitakami. Nice drop.
Yes.
Where's the Holland A? He has his A.
Get it
way
off.
too late.
6 bomb. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Nice hit.
Yeah. He actually like accelerated into that too. That was great.
He shot the enemy St. Vincent.
Missed with those bombs. That's all right though. What's interesting is you're not detected right now, so Sherman must be in his smoke too. Looks like it.
Why is your dispersion so bad? It looks like unlocked dispersion.
Yeah, it's close to the island maybe?
Mm,
Well,
I
Puerto Rico
think
does the thing.
recently there's been a bug. I think it's like if a target is behind the island or peek around the island, it kind of messes up the lock-on system.
What
Right,
do you
that's what
mean
I'm bringing up.
recently? Like in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
No. It's gotten worse. No, it's gotten worse. I mean, because before when the target is next to the island, it only works when it's next to the island. But right now, if he leaves the island, like that island right there, then
It
Yeah, you
might
go
be a
on.
lock-on thing because usually the island what it messes with is the vertical dispersion, but that right there was really really bad horizontal dispersion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like another type of lock-on bug.
You ran into that Holland 8 or 9 times that morning. Now, SF also has this weird habit of playing at crazy times, NA. Is this one of those, SF, like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something?
That feels like abusing the way the Haaland played.
Why? Know your opponent. If he knows the opponent,
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that. Happens all the time in ranked. Well, yeah, because you're in
Nah.
Hawaii, so yeah, okay.
Zaf, I think you can check the time of the replay at the end of the battle screen.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Sherman engaging Puerto Rico.
Well, I think the Sherman more being surprised by the Puerto Rico, because he wasn't expecting the Porto to be that close. Sherman isn't exactly the speediest of boats either. Ooh, Dutch oven.
He's gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Wait, so the Sherman got caught out by a high visibility cruiser?
Yes, because the Puerto Rico went around.
Coming at him.
Yeah, he went around the island and nailed the Holland, and now he also got the help kill the Sherman, basically. Nice.
Well,
So that's 3 destroyers down. Now, obviously, the Kita is not where he was. He's probably going to be up here or something, because Puerto Rico's detected. So, SF has a choice, right? Do I go north and try to engage the Kita, but there's also the Des Moines there? Or do I go into the middle? The Jinan is there, though, which is his biggest... Oh, the Kita's there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Slava wasn't detected.
Mm-hmm. You and the Holland were on this map like 4 times. Eesh.
Yamato pushing up in deck.
That's right, old salty sailor. Know your opponent. So, is the Jinan still there? Question mark. Torps out just in case he is. And what's the Kitakami gonna do? Kitakami's there. Ooh. If only you had... Well, AP could work really well there, right?
yeah, I'm surprised you didn't switch. Like, you
Yeah,
have
'cause
a
he took
gun
shell
shooter,
switching.
Might as
Yeah.
well use it.
Yeah. Oh well. Some pointers on twerking. You're on the wrong channel, mate. I can't answer that for you. I don't have any twerking expertise. Sorry. Nice Citadel. So Kita's probably turning and just dumping all his torps on you right now. So normally what you do after you get the kill is you turn towards the ship so that you can... Yep, there's the torps. Probably switch back to AHE now. Yep, there you go.
SF used a lot of mouse wheel movement though.
I'm sorry, say that again. You're kind of quiet.
Oh, I said SF used a lot of mouse wheel aiming instead of now
Oh.
he uses shift.
So SF used to be a scroll zoomer, and he's over the years figured out the incorporation of the shift too. If I can't twerk, how else should I just dodge? Lol. Silly Yamato. AP into the superstructure. Might be a little low there. Yeah. Actually, it is. Looks like it's pending.
Yeah. Yamato broadside is very vulnerable to any sort of AP, especially with the upper belt hit. It's only 32 millimeters, which is very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are 150s after all.
That's right. It's easy to forget
You
that
can-
because you're in a destroyer.
You can still do it with 120s and 130s. pretty reliably.
Okay. So at this point, I mean, the nice thing for you is the Des Moines is spotted and nowhere near. So the only threat you have, really, I guess, is the Shimakaze and the Archerfish, which, well, they just got located by the sub. Now, you know you're radio located. You're turning. If that flips, then obviously... yeah, there it goes. So it's going to be the gearing now radio located. Oh, look, he smoked free. That's nice of him. Are you playing in bed like the picture you sent, SF? He like literally sent me a picture of like the bed with his laptop and he's got BFK stream up there. I'm like, I'm surprised you're not playing. Yeah, of course. Show off. Of course, I've done that too with my travel laptop. It's what is it, Acer, I don't know, 14-inch, something like that. Libertad. Ooh, you could Dutch oven him. Nope, never mind.
You're the only person I know who asked the pilot to do a lap around the airport because you were about to win a game and didn't want to stop.
Did he seriously do that?
No, you.
Oh, that's right. I played a PVO from a hot tub at jeez.
I know someone who ranked out while playing on a laptop in a plane waiting for takeoff.
Can you imagine if they turn everything off for takeoff and then you come back and you find out you ranked out? Ooh, Dutch oven the sub? It's not ready. Very nice position. So what you're saying, SF, is I need to start doing hot tub streams.
With twerking.
With underwater twerking. That could be bad.
I'm surprised Jin still says conceal after that long.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Archerfish turned away and went north, so there's nothing to spot him.
Where's the Jin now, though? He has not been spotted for almost like 5 minutes.
No, I would put the Jinan up over here someplace.
No, Puerto Rico just radar.
Yeah, so maybe up there now.
So
Nope, there he is. What are you doing over there? Huh? It's like he got the cap and then he's like, I'm just gonna go back to the spawn.
That is awkward.
Yeah, that's true. They don't react, yeah.
Listen, some people are playing chess, other people are playing Uno.
And then there's people playing World of Warships.
We don't talk about those people.
Are we talking most players not reacting to the bombs? I think a huge reason for that is... Okay, in general too, but to the bombs as well. Like you can see that there's bombs coming right towards you. If you even realize that there are bombs instead of depth charge planes or whatever, but you don't see where exactly they are gonna hit until they actually drop. So you don't actually know how to react to them because you don't know if they are aimed correctly or if they're aimed predictably. Like,
nah, not really. You will always assume the worst case possible anyway.
That's how I like to do it.
you do.
Nice Confederate.
The average player does not.
Yeah, the average doesn't.
AP for the Jinan. Can you Citadel it?
You also have to keep in mind that the average player is probably very bad at using those bombs. So if you don't react, there's a good chance they're gonna miss because they are just aimed wrong to begin with.
Jinan turn.
Sure, NA player base is also generally older than, let's say, Asia and EU combined. So.
It's just like the old thing of
Asia, maybe.
It's just like the old thing of when you're playing something like Kleber and the old question of do you stay at full speed or do you dodge when someone shoots at you?
Right, that first shot. Notice how he used the airstrike to not allow the Janan to stop in the smoke like he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're on radar. Whatever you gonna do?
Panic
Head behind a
everything.
rock. AP in the barrels, locked and loaded. Ooh, ripped us lava. All right, 4 on 2. I'd like to thank your GK for dying so you can farm. I mean, at this point, that's what you're trying to do, right?
Kind of still annoying to see the points are like flipped because of the replay bug.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Are you gonna go in for the assassination now?
He only
Looks
has
like it.
like around.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time, does he?
Yeah, 13 to 14 seconds ish.
Yeah, these torpedoes also won't do nearly enough damage to actually kill the core first.
Time to pull a Bogsy. Oh, look, a Witherer.
Okay, the second set of torpedoes will do the trick though.
Mm-hmm. First would have if you got the hit. Look at the shot on the bow for the pens. And there we go.
I'm surprised he missed.
All right, just for you, SF, I'm gonna take a death pick right here because this looks cool. This looks awesome, right? Like Tromp supremacy, right there. Look at that.
I really, really like the Trump. I just can't win in it. I have the worst teams possible syndrome whenever I play this ship.
Your better teams suck less. I mean, it
I
hasn't
don't-
worked for me yet.
I ended up getting it in a Crispus container, but I haven't taken the time to set it up and play it.
Yeah, almost 3,000 base XP. You suck
might
at
as
this.
well wait a bit longer until you have the Dutch commander and then go all in one.
You suck at
Was
this
a
game.
4 p.m. game.
Yeah,
One
4
for
p.m.
me,
Hawaii
so
time.
4 ships away from the double Kraken, so I am disappointed.
Wait, 4 p.m. Hawaii time, isn't that like prime time though?
Yeah, that should
For the
be.
rest, like-
I said Fennel 2 is better. Lol.
Wait, 4 p.m. in Hawaii. If it's
That's, what's that, 6 Pacific, so 9 Eastern, right?
yeah,
It's 2
Early
hours
morning.
behind Pacific time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
that should be fine. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we know it's not a 3 a.m. game.
Right.
I-
exactly.
I never had a game this good in the Trump. I'm jealous.
I've never played it enough to have a game like this, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna play it more, and then I just don't.
Because you don't like playing tier 10s.
Because exactly. Because I just don't play tier
Nah.
10s.
Now, as if you're mechanical in terms of aiming and maneuvering is still better than most of the players I know. I wouldn't say you suck in the game. You're way better than most people do. Even though it's not a high bar, but it's still pretty good. Like the aim on Holland that you know he's got full stop. Like most people just
Right.
over aim in first contact.
Right. Well, let's get the replay render going, and if you guys have ideas for the title for this replay, should it make it to YouTube? Feel free to share.
Bomba clap.
Considering Shin won't say it, I'll say it. You suck, SF. Get better. Love ya.
Oh.
Bomba clap.
Okay. Hey, there's Rob. There's the blurb walk-on I was talking about. Yeah, all of you guys can, put get a blurb walk-on sound. Just let me know if you set up for that so I can approve it or whatever.
I mean, it really helped. Like this flank was easily won due to at least partially this Haaland not being very good.
Well, okay, yeah, but if you're comparing yourself to like the best person out there, I mean, of course you're going to be below average. Tromp Stomp. Ooh, that rhymes.
I'm actually having more fun watching your games more than GTR SF, if I should be honest.
Ooh, that's high praise.
Because I will explain it later.
Okay.
After the replay.
Well, SF, it was your replay, so if there's a title you like best, Supremacy, Bombaclad, or Stomp, or if you got a better one, feel free to share what you like. PC seems stable. It has stopped blue screening when you start Steam, at least. Okay, good luck. Remember, you guys are going to have the ability to vote for which replay should make it to YouTube. We've got 2 really strong replays to start us off today.
What other ships are coming?
Well, there's the Dutch
Incheon,
cruisers eventually, the Russian submarines.
Incheon,
What?
and
That's not what I meant.
You're talking about for
I'm
today.
sorry.
So for today, the replays, we've got the Aquila game. That'll be next. And then Thud Twits game, that's going to be the Fujin. And then we're going to finish with Dutch Elephants game, and that's going to be the Savea.
Oh, now I understand Satwit's joke.
Shinano clearly understands game mechanics and has a great situation with us. With all that you have to do is fight the game bugs like Game Assist. True.
True.
OT2, thanks for the sub. Just like a well-rigged ship, you've sailed back into our fleet for 3 more months of epic battles and camaraderie. Your dedication keeps our sails full and our cannons firing. Here's to many more adventures on the high seas of streaming. Thank you very much for that, OT. All right, well, SF, I don't know what else there is to say on this one. The maid just asked who SFNL was. Nice. Are you still in your bed playing or watching on your laptop? Oh, good. Anyway, SF, hey, as always, thanks for the support, man. Thanks for sending in the replay and for all your subbing over the past 5+ years. Thank you so much, and looking forward to the next time that we can hang out, get together, and all that good stuff. So, take care, dude.